Hey, Table Talk with Sid, Life Memo. Today we are going to have a little discussion. This is To the Addict, and the discussion today is regarding the lies and the cover up and what that does to your life. What does it mean? Where does it lead you? All of these type of things, and it is a discussion that I think often a lot of people want to just try to avoid because, quote unquote, it doesn't reflect well on them. They don't want to admit that maybe they do that or have done that or that they are doing it. I am working with an individual right now who has some real issues with his drinking. And he's been able to go clean and sober for a couple years. And then, of course, the addiction was doing its little push ups and has snuck back into his life. And what's interesting, so this individual has been in a relationship with a woman that he dearly loves. He said she is the love of his life, and it's taken him a whole entire lifetime to find her. Yet there's been some hiccups along the way, and due to his addiction, the relationship has come to an end. So with this discussion, we're going to discuss also closure. Because, first of all, to really address addiction and to really understand what it's going to take control of addiction, to maneuver, to work past it, to take ownership of your life, there's certain things that have to happen. And first of all, with this individual, he has this continued need to lean back on the lie, the cover up. Well, I really didn't drink again. This is why I was behaving this way. This is why I act that way. You know, it was medication. It was this or it was that. The hiccup is this. So your soul is built to make progress for you, to move you along, to lead you something further than where you are. And it only knows what it knows by what you introduce to your soul. So really listen to this. If you have only introduced your soul to the lie, how to lie when something didn't go well, or maybe you made choices you typically are not fond of, the hide behind or the maneuver. If these are the things you're teaching your soul, then your soul attaches itself to it. That's what it knows. That's what it's comfortable with. And so it encourages it, it increases it, and pushes you to feel that urgency to lie for your downfalls, for your hiccups, for your use again. So in hearing that, if you want different for yourself, you have to introduce your soul to something different. That means if you use again, if you have a hiccup, it doesn't matter if you've been sober for 30 years or for 2 years, and you use again, your only method of getting closer to sobriety, to taking control of your life, is called responsibility. You must face that head on, no matter how much it hurts. You must be honest. You must be responsible for what you just did. Now, many people think, well, that's like a downfall. It makes me look like I was incapable. I'm worthless. I screwed up again. Just the opposite. Yes, you did screw up. Yes, you used again. But the ability to take responsibility, the ability to head forward straight on with this ability to have ownership, says that your soul is changing. It says that you are now aware. You know, much of downfall in life is when people want to put blinders on and pretend like nothing's happening, nothing's wrong. When you take ownership and responsibility, no matter you get opinions from people or downfall happens or you lose a job or you lose a relationship, of course, with every behavior comes something with that behavior, good, bad, or otherwise. So yes, something's going to happen. That's part of ownership. That's part of saying, wow, you know, I really screwed up here. I used again. Yes, I'm going to lose out on some things because that's how life is built. but I'm going to take ownership. I'm going to stop lying. I'm going to stop maneuvering. I'm going to stop hiding behind things, because that, my friend, is your addiction owning you. This addiction thing. So it is this kind of like assistant manager that you've actually given CEO power to. You've said, you know what? Why don't you run my life? Why don't you tell me what to do? Why don't you encourage different behaviors from me? Because I'm not going to take full ownership of it, so I'm going to let you own me. You know what that addiction says? All right. That's what I've been looking for, because an addiction, your addiction, cannot thrive, it cannot grow, it cannot become any more than what you give it power to do. And when you give it power to be the CEO of your life, to be the leader, to be in charge, that addiction is going to take full force. It's going to say, that's exactly what I want. That's what I've been looking for. And I can't do it unless you give me permission to own you. You want to own your life? The very first thing is you have to take the ownership away from the addiction. You have to own your life. You have to start making those tough decisions. You have to start facing things head on. You need to start taking responsibility for your successes, for your failures, for your downfalls, for the things you've overcome, for the things that you're working to overcome. You must start taking responsibility. This closure thing, talking to this individual, he wants closure with this woman. Well, the hiccup is this. He's looking to her to get closure. Closure does not come from someone else. Closure can only come from within you. So, yes, he's lost out on the love of his life. Well, there's many more people out there, and hopefully he can find love again. And yes, he's lost out on the most thriving relationship he's ever had. Yes, there's more relationships out there, but if he wants what he wants this kind of relationship again. He wants this type of woman again. He wants that thriving feeling again. He first needs to take ownership and responsibility for his downfall, for his hiccup, and stop lying. Stop hiding behind things. Second of all, he cannot continue to try to find closure with her. She's not the one responsible to say and do certain things to make him feel peace, forgiveness, joy, happiness, the ability to move on. That is within him. Closure has to happen inside him. If he needs to write her 10,000 letters that he never sends to her, so be it. Whatever he must do to get it out of him, to find peace, joy, gratitude, forgiveness, and the ability to move on so he has closure, it must start with him. It ends with him. It is within him. This thing of continuing to try to do the same thing which he's doing, which is the lie, the hide behind, the look for someone else to help him feel better about his downfall, is backwards living. Every single person has a right to live the life they choose, the life meant for them. Every single person has meaning, has value on this earth. 100% of every soul that is on this earth is meant to be here. Nobody is an accident. Everybody has value. However, it is everybody, the individual, every individual is responsible to find their own peace, their own meaning, their own value, to find a way to take responsibility for their successes, their downfalls, their hiccups, their failures. Every single person is responsible to do these things for themselves. It is not society. It is not the girlfriend or boyfriend. It is not your parents or your children. It is nobody but your own responsibility to figure out how to have value for yourself, how to own who you are with all the good and the bad and the ugly. It's a powerful thing because what it tells you, you are responsible in charge. Have control of your life. Nobody else owns you. Nobody else owes you. Nobody else takes that powerful thing to be able to create the life for you, only you. And so, with that, see the beauty in it. Feel the power in that. Understand you have the power and ability to become whom and whatever it is you choose. You have the strength to overcome and move past this addiction. Certain things are going to happen. Certain things have to change. Your behaviors, your beliefs, your habits must alter. But my friend, you have meaning. You have purpose. It is your moment, your opportunity to figure out what that is. In your day, you will and you may fall down, stand up, brush off, and move on. Talk to you.